Okay. Hi everyone. Hello. I hope I'm audible to all of you. Can you send me a hi in the chat if you are able to hear me? Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Can we to start with? Can we have some interaction in the chat, please, everyone? If you can hear me, if you can see me, say hi, 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 hi. Okay. Hello, Raghu. Hello, Meg. Smart, Naveen, Ayush. Hi. So great. Good to see you all. Good evening, Pankaj. I hope you all are doing well. And apart from that, I'm sure every one of you is excited for today's session. You all are excited for your JavaScript bootcamp, right? Um, but to begin with, can you all let me know who all are beginners over here and who are all at least know something or some basics about JavaScript? So, are you all beginner or do you have any idea what JavaScript actually is? Okay, hi Hardik. All right, beginner. All right. So most of you are beginners. Some Ayush knows some basics. Great. All right, guys. I hope you will have a great outcome after doing this 3 days boot camp. You will be not staying beginner anymore. Okay. All right. No, I know some basic in looping. Great. That's really great if you know some basic. If you don't know, that's also fine because we actually do teach from the very basics, right? So it's not that there is no prerequisites over here. Yeah, you can, if you are a beginner as well, you both will be, starting from the same level. Okay. Smart. I'm sure after attending the bootcamp you will be able to build the logic as well. All right, so how many of you have already done some certification from our from our platform, like from Let's Upgrade, or uh, every one of you are new? Okay, scripting language. Great. So how many of can I get a answer in the chat? How many of you are joining for the very first time? Okay, most of you are new. So for all the new students, don't worry. My teammate Anam will be coming later, and she will be explaining how you will be eligible for getting certificates and all everything. All right. So, not wasting much of your time. Why? Let me tell you why am I here actually. I'm here actually just to interact with you. That's the very first thing. Apart from that, I will be seeing you guys every day to get your feedback, like how you are actually doing, how the sessions are going, and all. If you have any feedback, positive or negative, or you have any suggestion for it, how we can improve, you can put it in the chat, and we will be definitely taking your suggestions. All right, that's one. Apart from that, I also have an announcement to make for you guys. So let me just quickly share my screen. I hope my screen is visible. Okay, my screen is visible, right, to every one of you? Guys, for all the questions regarding attendance and all, Anam will be explaining to you after me, right? So I have this competition going on which we started from last week. So all you have to do it for becoming to eligible to get this 500 reward uh, Amazon coupon. What you have to do it, you have to go to your LinkedIn, post about your today's session. You have to write what you have learned in today's session, and if you have built some mini project or something while learning, you have to take screenshot of that project. If not, take the screenshot of the session, post the screenshot, and write a short summary what you have learned at that particular day, right? By doing that, this what will happen, right? There will be two things which will be happening. First, you will be building your LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn portfolio. Second, you will be eligible for getting or for winning this 500 Amazon coupon. Okay, so what you have to do it, you have to write a small summary about your today's session, take a screenshot of the project either or of the session, post it with the screenshot, and then you will be eligible for getting the gift coupon. Okay, we did the same activity or the same competition last week as well, and I have the winner of last week. So just by simply putting a post about your today's session, and don't forget to tag Let's Upgrade, or you can tag me also. I'll ask my teammate to put my LinkedIn ID in the chat. Just a second. I'll just put my LinkedIn ID in the chat. So you have to tag Let's Upgrade and you have to tag me. And just by doing this, you will be eligible for winning the 500 gift coupon. Okay. And let me announce the last week winner. So it's Sailesh Kumar. So he won last week. So he actually did. There were multiple students who actually posted about their sessions, what the program which they were learning from us. And Selesh was learning byte coding and he won it. Okay, so just by simply just from posting on your LinkedIn tagging Let's Upgrade, you are going to be eligible to win this coupon. All right. Apart from that, that's it from my side. And if you have any feedbacks about the session, if you have anything, you can either, all right, LinkedIn. All right, I'll just put my LinkedIn quickly here in the chat so you can actually tag me as well. Okay, I'll ask the moderator, please put my LinkedIn in the chat. Okay, great. So you will be getting my LinkedIn in the chat, and don't worry about the attendance and all everything. I'm not asking Anam to be on the stage, and yeah, she will be explaining you about all that. All right, guys. So any feedback, anything at the end of the session, you can put it either on your attendance form, or you can reach out to us as well, and we will be helping you out for anything. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay. So, hi everyone. Good evening, guys. Good evening to everyone. I hope I'm audible and visible to you all clearly. Can I get a thumbs up in the chat, please? Hello. Sai Sandeep, attend how to mark the attendance. Guys, I am seeing a lot of queries in the chat regarding the attendance and certificate thing. I will give you the brief shortly. Please, before that, let me know if I'm audible and visible to you all. Hi everyone. Hi Vani. Hi Sai. Good evening, Raghu. Okay. So I hope you all will participate in the challenge of LinkedIn. So please make sure that you post every day each of the sessions, like the day one, day two, and day three, and get the chance to win the 500 coupons. You can also participate like it in every week, so you can win the coupons multiple time. Okay, it's and let me tell you about myself. My name is Anam Khan from Let's Upgrade, and I'm here to let you all know about this program that we are starting with the JavaScript 3 days bootcamp. It is a 3 day bootcamp, each day 1.5 hour session. The timing will be from 6:30 to 8. So I hope to see you all. I will wish to see you all on the day 2 and day 3 as well. Please make sure that you attend all the 3 days session to get the certificate of this bootcamp. Okay, guys, please wait for some time. I will let you know the attendance procedure, how to mark it. Just give me a minute. So and let me know if you are like new to the Let's Upgrade site or not. And if you have any queries, you can ask us in the chat. The trainer is there, the moderators are there to help you out. Like they will address all your queries. I'm not a trainer. The trainer is Zenat ma'am. She will be your guide for this boot camp. Okay, so you can ask all the queries to her. You can ask ask the guidance to her as well. Okay. Walaikum assalam, Muhammad. Okay, now we can start with the session, guys. I will share my screen and let me know if it's visible to you. Okay, so I hope it's visible. This is my first session. No worries, Nova. Please be there with LetsUpgrade. Attend. You can check out our session like channel. We have many new programs upcoming, and you can also watch the recordings, and it will legit like help you upgrade your skill. Okay. Okay. Now, please, guys, have a look on the screen for the attendance procedure. It is a one-time thing, so you so it's mandatory, like please make sure that you watch it carefully. Okay. Okay, guys, now here on the screen, here in the description box, we have all-in-one documentation. When you click on this link, a document will open where you can find all the links that you will need for this bootcamp. Like this is a short link of this doc, and here is the attendance and enrollment link. For enrollment, certificate, or to join the community, for everything we have one link. We call it as a one link since everything is like you can find all the things at one place. Okay. So again, when you click on it, a new page will open, and there you need to first of all enroll for the program. If you're a new user to the LetsUpgrade site, then only you can mark your attendance. And when you do that, scroll down the page. Just below this J1 title, you can see mark attendance toggle. Click on it. A rating scale will open from 1 to 10. You can rate the session according to your feedback, your experience, and here is a feedback box. If you have any feedback for us, be it positive, negative, please feel free to post here. We will surely work on it. It's not like I will suggest to mark the attendance post session, so it will help us, and it will like help you also to put the honest feedback here. We will if you have like any feedback based on the trainer side or the session side or the note side, you can put it here. Okay. So then after that, you can mark your attendance, and when you do that, scroll up the page again. Here below the day title, you can see this progress bar. It has increased to 33%, and by day 3 it will be 100%. Okay. So when you mark your attendance, this progress bar will increase day by day. Okay. I hope I'm clear to this part for the attendance thing. I hope I'm clear, guys. Can you give me a thumbs up, please? Coda Tarun, yes, we can, like, we'll start the session in next 2 to 3 minutes. First, let me know, tell you all about the attendance and certificate thing. Okay. And guys, it's a humble request, please do not spam in the chat again and again regarding like one question. The trainer or the moderator will answer your queries. It's not that we are ignoring anything. Okay. So it's clear. Okay. Now again, guys, back to this page. For the certificate thing, it's free. You don't have to pay any charge to download it. It's just that you have to pass a test. The test will contain like 10 questions, out of which you have to put the 7 correct answers. Okay. Please make sure that you have to pass that test, and 7 should be the right answer to download that certificate. Otherwise you won't be able to download it. So right below this progress bar, a certificate option will generate to download on day 3 after 8 p.m. That is when this whole program will get end on day 3 at 8 p.m. You will get the access to download your certificate. Okay, just right below this progress bar. And here is the communities link, that is the Discord and WhatsApp channel. If you have any queries, any doubts, or if you want to stay in touch with the LetsUpgrade, if you want to get regular invites, daily session reminders, upcoming programs notification, anything, we post all the things there daily. So please make sure that you join these communities and stay in touch with us. Okay. No need to like visit the this is the link. You can directly, sorry, 1 second, just click on this link and you can mark your attendance. Okay, on this page. I hope I'm clear about the attendance part also, guys. Sorry, certificate thing. The duration of this session is 1.5 hours. So the timing is 6:30 to 8. And everything is free, guys. You do not have to pay anything for anything, any charge for anything. And the session, you will get the recording as well of this bootcamp. You can go to our channel, you can save the link of this video and watch it anytime. Okay. So yeah, that was about the attendance and certificate thing. One more thing we have for you, that is the student ambassador program. which is a 3 months program, and again it's a free program. You don't have to pay anything for, even for the enrollment, and during the program you don't have to pay anything. Instead you can win 5,000, 10,000 rupees rewards by just like participating in the hackathon, winning that hackathon, designathon, many activity sessions, and many more things. We conduct their micro events, so you can also you can earn the certificate of that, like the e-certificate, and also you can get the like swags and uh, hard copy of the certificate by completing the target. Of course there are certain targets that you need to achieve by which you can unlock this milestone. You can see here gold, silver, bronze. Also we have introduced one more milestone, that is a platinum, so that by that you can win more swags, like more items in the swag. So, and here is the exciting prizes that we give away. And many students have already won the coupons worth 5,000, 7,000. You can just check out our social media handles to go through it and everything. So if you are interested, you can just simply apply for this program by, you can see here the apply now button. So when you will click on it, you will get a form to fill for this program, and the team will get back to you by this weekend or next Monday. Okay, so every week one batch is launched. So yeah, if you're interested, you can enroll for that. Okay. It's okay, Varun. This session is totally for begin. Like we will start from the very scratch, so beginner friendly. It is a beginner friendly course, so you can just watch the sessions regularly. Do practice at home, along with the trainer. Also, you can practice, and you can ask us in the chat if you have any questions. Okay. So that was it from my side. Now I will call the trainer, and I hope you are excited and eager to learn this JavaScript. Okay, now she is here. So hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi. Hi, Anam. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Ma'am, we can start with the session. I'll take a leave. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone, for your patience and understanding. So, bye, ma'am. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening, all. This is Zeenat Kausar. I will be your trainer for this particular session. Good evening, all. Hi, everyone. Am I audible to everyone? Am I visible and audible to everyone? Can I get responses, please? Good evening. Yeah. Good evening, Rahul, Sairam, Tarun, Tulasi, Mishra. Okay, Rajesh. Okay, Vaishnavi. Developers mode. Okay. Pankaj. Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Nice meeting you all. Walaikum assalam, Muhammad Umair. Okay, I'm audible as well. Great. Great. So we will be learning JavaScript from scratch. Okay. So from basics, we will be learning here. No issues if you are a beginner, and if you are struggling with any logic building. If you are struggling in basics, like how to program and all will be explained here in this 3 days bootcamp. Okay. So make sure to join 3 days so that you will get whole idea. So let's start without. Huh. So I will share my screen. Mm, yeah. Okay. So we will be learning about JavaScript in this particular today we will be learning the basics. Okay, basics of JavaScript. So who doesn't know the basics as well, no need to worry, I will be explaining everything from scratch. Okay, so we will be learning like variables. Okay, so basic concepts like variables. We will be learning like control statements. Okay, we will be learning control statements, looping statements. Okay, all the basics we will be learning here in this particular day one. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, what is JavaScript? Can anyone tell me? Let's see how many members know what is JavaScript. Do anyone know what is JavaScript? Hmm. Okay, Lalita knows. Okay, great. No. Okay. Okay, how many knows? The test will be MCQs only. Okay, it is a scripting language. Great. to give functionality. Nice. Dynamic programming language, correct. Yeah. Hello Sheetal. Yeah, hello. Okay. Web developer ma'am. Okay. Right. So with the help of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, we can create websites. So you can become a web developer, you can become a full stack developer. Okay, so it will add interactivity, correct. Okay, so I will so those who don't know, no need to worry. So what is JavaScript means? So JavaScript is a simple like scripting language, like same like a programming language. We have Java, C, C++, Python, right? Those are the programming languages. But JavaScript is scripting language. So why it is known as scripting language means, basically JavaScript is used to create the websites, while Java, Python will be used to create apps, apps, applications. Okay, like mobile applications, like that. Okay, so applications will be developed, but with the help of JavaScript we will create the websites, web apps. Okay, websites will be developed, means it will be working on the browser. Okay, website is nothing but you can open any URL. Okay, so if you open any URL, a website will be opening. This is a website, so you are not installing it into your laptop. Okay, so this is a website. With some URL you can access a website. Okay, so this all you can develop with the help of JavaScript. Websites can be developed with the help of JavaScript. So JavaScript is a scripting language used to create dynamic content. What do you mean by dynamic content? Mostly with the help of JavaScript we will create dynamic or interactive websites. So I will tell you what is. Yeah, it is script programming language or scripting language. So what is interactive websites means? Suppose if I take any website. Okay, suppose here I will open a website. Okay, see here, this is one website. Okay, so through some URL, https uvcon.dev, I have opened this particular website. This is a website. So like this you can create the website after learning JavaScript. Okay, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So here, as you can see here, we have some content. Okay, some content is there, some images will also be there, some content and images will be there inside the website. Okay, so if that particular website is not interactive, for suppose if I click any button, let's say I will open another thing. See, wait, I will open another website. Okay, okay, so here it is a website, so it is having so many images, so many text, so many content. This all content you can create with the help of HTML and CSS. Okay, so styling and content you can create with the help of HTML and CSS. But what is the use of JavaScript means? Suppose on clicking on the button you want to do something. Suppose we have a sign in button or sign up button. On clicking on that you will be able to log into the website, right? So these all things you can, interactive things you can do with the help of JavaScript. Like signing up, like on clicking on button you want to change this particular heading. Here we have better foot. Okay, better foot. On clicking on the button you want to change it to worst foot. Okay, so that also you can do. So you can change the content, you can change the website, you can change the like visibility of the website with the help of interaction, with the help of like a button click, with the help of like keyboard, any key pressed. Okay, so that is known as interactive website. If that particular website is responding to the user events like button click or key events, then it is known as interactive website. So with the help of uh, okay, so with the help of JavaScript we can create. Is is my screen not visible? Yeah, on click and all. Is my screen not visible? Am I visible, everyone? Video paused, video stuck. Now now is this visible? Is the document visible? JavaScript document. Okay. Hmm. Okay, okay. So with the help of JavaScript, we can create interactive websites. So clicking button and clicking a key press, so the website will be changing on user interaction. Those websites you can create with the help of JavaScript websites. Those interactive websites are known as what? Dynamic websites, because those websites are changing depending on the time. The website content or website visibility is changing. Such websites are known as dynamic content. So overall, JavaScript is a scripting language used to create interactive or dynamic websites. Okay. Hmm. So what is so JavaScript can be used on both client side and server side languages. Okay. So what is client side and server side means? Client side means front end. So whatever is visible inside the website. Okay. So if you open any website, whatever is visible, some content and some buttons, some images, okay, whatever is visible is known as front end. So front end part is also known as client side. So you can create front end part as well as you can create backend part also with the help of only JavaScript. So overall, you can learn only single programming language, that is JavaScript, and you can build both front end and backend, and you can become a full stack developer by learning only a single language. Okay. So when coming to other full stacks, like no need to learn any other programming languages. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So what is server side means? Backend. Like on clicking on sign up, your details will be stored into some backend, right? Some backend database, and whenever you are logging in, it will check whether you are a correct user or not. With the help of your user ID and password, it will check. So those all operations will come under backend, and whatever you see on the website, okay, the content part, whatever you see on the website is known as front end or client side. So JavaScript is used both client side and server side. Okay. So first, let's see some history of JavaScript. So first, mm, yes, this notes will be attached in the description. No need to worry. Okay. So first of all, JavaScript has developed in 1995. Okay, by Brendan Itch. So Brendan Itch is a software developer at Netscape. Okay, at Netscape organization. Okay, as Node.js. In the backend, we will use Node.js, which is also a JavaScript. Okay. For full stack developer, you can learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React in the front end, and in the back end you can learn Node.js, Express.js, and MongoDB. Okay. So all will be interlinked. Okay. So this is the main part. JavaScript is the main part. HTML, CSS will be very easy. Okay. You can go to backend and you can learn the backend, and you can become a full stack developer. Okay. So Brendan Nitch has developed JavaScript in 1995. So first previously JavaScript name was initially was Mocha. Okay. Later then it was LiveScript. So previously its name was LiveScript, but it got changed to JavaScript. Why? Because in the 1995, the famous programming language was no need of Python. If you want to become without Python also, in front end and back end you can use JavaScript and can become mere full stack developer. Okay. Hmm. It will be there, you can listen the recording as well. Okay. So its name was LiveScript. Previously JavaScript programming language name was LiveScript. Later it become as JavaScript. Why? Because in 1995 Java was a very famous programming language. I think everyone knows Java. So Java was very famous at that time, 1995. So this particular JavaScript was developed in 1995. So this particular scripting language name become JavaScript. From LiveScript to, the developer changed to JavaScript just because Java was very popular. So as Java is very popular, obviously JavaScript will also become popular because the name is similar. Okay. So that's the reason. Other than that, no connection between JavaScript and Java is totally different programming language. JavaScript is different language. Okay. So this is the thing, but it was popular at that time, that's why it has named like this. Okay. So next, so this particular JavaScript program has been standardized by a organization known as ECMAScript. So every programming language will have different versions. For suppose in 1995 it has developed. Okay. Let's suppose in 1995 JavaScript has developed. Okay. So at that time Okay, at that time the particular version which was developed can be known as version 1. Okay, so later, so Java and JavaScript are totally different. Just they given the same name because at that time Java was very popular. As Java was very popular, JavaScript will also become popular with that name. That's why they have given like that. Okay. So in 1995 JavaScript has developed. So V1 is the first version. So after developing a particular programming language, again more features will be added, right? Yeah, I will tell you what is ECMAScript. Okay, so more features will be added. Then in 1996, for suppose more new features got added, then it will become version 2. So like that, if one programming language has been developed, it doesn't be stable. So go on, we will go on add new features. So developers will go on add new features, whatever required they will keep on adding. Okay, so like this we have the present version which we are using, okay, is the sixth version of JavaScript. Okay, so we are using sixth version of JavaScript. What is ECMAScript means? It is just a name of the organization which has standardized JavaScript. It has standardized, like giving a stamp to a programming language, you can say. Okay, so it has standardized the JavaScript that everyone can use this open source. It is open source, everyone can use it, no issues. Okay, like that ECMAScript organization has standardized the JavaScript language. Okay, so every version will be written like this only: ES1, ES6. Okay, because this is the organization name which has standardized the JavaScript. So we will name each version like this: ES1, ES2, ES3 is the third version, ES4 is the fifth version, like that. ES4 is the fourth version, ES5 is the fifth version, like that. Which version we are presently using means we are using ES6 version. Okay, so when did ES6 version got introduced to us means in 2015. So in 2016 more and more features. Okay, so more features got added. Okay, so more and more features got added in 2015. So this particular version is known as sixth version of JavaScript, or ECMAScript 6, you can say as ES6 as well. Okay, so we are presently using what? ECMAScript 6. Okay, sixth version of JavaScript. Okay, ES6 version of JavaScript. Okay, so it got developed in 2015. We got introduced to sixth version in, okay, 2015. So what are the features got introduced in 2015? Why this why we are from 2015 to 2025 we are still using ES6 only? There are no updation of the versions. So ES7 not yet came. Okay, we are still using ES6. It's been 10 years, 10 years we are still using ES6, because in ES6 we got introduced to many and many features. So here are some features which got introduced in the 2015 ES6, like sixth version. So we got introduced to let and const keywords, arrow functions, template literals, destructuring, spread and rest operator, and promises. These all concepts we will be learning step by step. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, I have zoomed it. Okay. Okay, so we will be learning all these concepts step by step. Okay, so before learning everything, okay, so before starting the actual practical, to write the code you need a, okay, so this PDF will be added to you, okay, in the description. So to write the code you need a editor, okay, or IDE, we call it as a IDE. So for to write any code of the any programming language, an IDE will be required. Okay, IDE is nothing but integrated development tool. Okay, integrated development tool, development environment. Okay, environment. Okay, so this is nothing but a small editor, you can say like notepad, like that. Okay, but it has so many extra features. So we have different types of editors here: VS Code, Visual Studio Code, Sublime Text, Autumn. Okay, so we will be using VS Code in our class. Okay, so most of the developers will use VS Code only. So you can use this for JavaScript, Python. Okay, so you can use it for all the programming languages. So how to install this VS Code means, so go to new tab, type as Visual Studio Code. Okay, after typing like this you will get this first link. Okay, so click that. Okay, after clicking that, click on the download. or else okay, no need of download. Okay, you can click on download. Here you have different operating system. If your operating system is Windows, click on Windows and download. If your operating system is Mac, click on Mac and download. Okay, so depending on your operating system, click and it will be downloaded. Okay, so after downloading, go to the downloads folder, open it and click on next, and it will be get installed into your laptop. Okay, so first download, then next, it will be installed to your laptop. Okay, so after installing, you can open the VS Code. How to open? So here in the search, you can simply type as VS Code. Okay, so I'm not opening directly. Instead of this, main coding will also be there, so everything will be added here in this particular notes. So before opening the VS Code, what I will do means, I will first create a folder here. Okay, okay, so create a folder like JavaScript. It will be this notes will be shared to you in the description, no need to worry. Okay, so create a folder. After creating a folder, you will go to show more options and open with code. Okay, so it will be opening the VS Code. Okay, okay, see, VS Code got open. Okay, so after that, so first of all, you need to create HTML file. Okay, so to create the content in the front end, we have some content. We have seen a website, in that you have some content, right? Some text, some images. Okay, so all text can be created with, all front end will be created with the help of HTML. Okay, so create any file name. Okay, so give any name, index.html or home.html, your wish, but at last it should be .html. Okay, so create a file like this. Okay, so after this, okay, so after this, click shift 1. Okay, if you click shift 1, you will get a basic template. Okay, this is the basic template of HTML. Okay, so this is the basic template of HTML. Okay, so and more thing, so here you have extensions. Okay, so left side you can see extensions. Go to extensions and you have to download some extensions like live server. Okay, so search for live server. Okay, so you can install this live server. Okay, so actually here it's already installed, so it is showing uninstall. So for you, it might be here install button, so click on install, it will be installed. Okay, so after that, so here inside the body, okay, so inside the body, whatever content you will write, it will be visible on your website. Okay, so here I'm writing like welcome to let's upgrade. Okay, let's upgrade. Okay, so I'm writing something like this. Okay, so I will click on, I will open the output. Okay, just a minute. See, okay, we got the output. So I have kept one heading, so we got the output. Similarly, you can add one image. Similarly, you can add one button. Suppose I will add one button. See, so simple, just a minute. So to add a button, you can write button tag. Okay, so inside this, inside the button, I am writing as click. Okay, so now see the output. See, we got a button as well. Okay, so instead of click, if you want submit, so write as submit. Okay, so like this you can create the whole content, whole visible content you can create with the help of this HTML tags, like heading tags, image tag. Okay, so like this you can create. Okay, suppose I want some link. Okay, so you can take a, okay, so here you can give some link. Okay, suppose on clicking on the button, I want to open YouTube. Okay, so youtube.com. Okay, so inside this I am writing as YouTube. So here what I want means, on clicking on YouTube, I want to go to this, you need to install live server. So go to extensions and type live server and install it. Okay, so here on clicking on YouTube, see here. Okay, see, we got a YouTube. Okay, so on clicking on YouTube, see, I will be redirected to the YouTube. Okay, so like this you can create links, text, images, everything you can create with the help of basic HTML tags. Okay, so now next part. Okay, so for suppose, so content part is done. Okay, so content we have created with the help of HTML tags. Okay, for suppose for this heading tag I want to add some color. So whole decoration color, adding colors, decoration part, all will be done with the help of CSS. Okay, so CSS means cascading style sheet. Okay, so cascading style sheet. Okay, style sheets. Okay, and previously I said HTML, right? What is HTML? Hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. Simple, it will be very simple. Like for headings you can use h1, h2, h3. Inside that you can write anything, it will be displayed as heading. Okay, so to create button you can use button. To create a link you can use anchor tag like a tag, which I have created. Okay, so this all comes under HTML. Now let's see what is CSS. Okay, so CSS will add some decoration to the website, like adding some background color, adding some colors, adding some alignment. Okay, so that will be added with the help of CSS. For suppose if you see here, this heading is not centered. Okay, this heading is not center of the screen. Okay, and also there is yes, you can install ESLint as well here, as I have mentioned in notes. But live server is for code formatting. For formatting you can install this, and also you can install this extension as well, prettier as well. Okay, so live server is very very important, mandatory. Okay, this too you can you can install them as well. So go to extension and type as prettier. Okay, and you can install. Okay, so just for formatting. Okay, and for this coloring. Okay, link was not open, server busy. It will open. Visual Studio Code will be opened. Please check network. Okay, now let's see CSS part. Okay, so I want to add some color to it. Okay, so I will add here. So how to add styling? Okay, so CSS part means like coloring and alignment of the text, all you can add here in style tag. Okay, so here for h1. Okay, for this heading I want to add some color. Okay, so take h1 and give color. Okay, so which color you want? Tell me which color you want for that particular heading. So we can select anything. So I'm selecting like dark golden. Okay, next see we got some color to the text. Okay, to the heading. Next I want this to be center of the screen. So for that, simple, we have text align center. Okay, so like this we have simple properties in HTML and CSS. Okay, okay, blue. Okay, so I will change it to blue. Okay, see now it will be blue color now. Okay, so we got blue color, and also it got centered. Okay, so it got center of the screen. Okay, it got center of the screen. So like this alignment, coloring, all will be done with the help of what? CSS. Okay, HTML is used to create the content, CSS is used to style it. Then what is the use of JavaScript? Okay, Java, yeah, I'm coming to JavaScript. Okay, so what is the, because here we have beginners as well, that's why I have given small introduction to HTML and CSS. Now we will come to JavaScript. What is JavaScript means? As we have discussed, JavaScript will make the websites interactive. Like on clicking on this button. Okay, on clicking on this button, so I will name it as update. Okay, on clicking on this button I want to change this particular heading. Okay, so how or else I will take one thing. Okay, so instead of this, so all the JavaScript code should be inside script tag. Okay, all the CSS part I have kept inside style part. Okay, all see I will add here. Okay, so all the CSS part I have added here. Okay, so color blue. Okay, okay, like this. Okay, so on clicking on this update button I want something on my screen. Okay, I want some alert onto the screen. Okay, so what we can do means, so on clicking on this button, okay, so on click, okay, call on click. Okay, it is one event, like clicking a button, pressing a keyboard key, all these are nothing but events which user are doing. Okay, so on clicking of this button I want to call one function. Okay, okay, whatever you want you can write it here. Okay, okay, this is a basic example. So here I want to give some alert, like this is JavaScript first program. Okay, first program. Okay, so here what happens means, on clicking on this button the control goes to here, func1. Okay, it will go to here and it will give a pop-up like alert. Okay, it will give you a pop-up like alert. Okay, so which will give an alert like this is a JavaScript first program. Let's see here. See, I'm clicking. Okay, we got some alert. So it changed the visibility of the website. Okay, so we can change the visibility. You can even change this particular heading also. Okay, so you can change this particular heading also. Okay, so we will discuss this in DOM. Okay, so we will do now some basic variables and control statements, looping and all. After that, tomorrow we will discuss about the DOM. Okay, there we can change this as well. Okay, we have some methods, DOM methods. With that we can change this as well. If you want to change this content, that also you can do with the help of JavaScript. Okay, so this is how we will add a scripting to the like we will add the JavaScript to our HTML page. Okay. Okay, so this way of linking our JavaScript with the help of script tag is known as internal scripting. Okay, so instead of writing like this, you can write it in the another file as well. Okay, this way is known as what? Internal scripting. Okay, internal scripting, because in the same file we are writing script as well. Okay, inside the HTML file only I have written the script tag. Okay, so this is known as internal scripting. Okay, instead of this you can use another way of scripting, that is known as what? External scripting. Okay, so for that you have to create another file. You can name it anything, but it should be .js. Okay, because it is a JavaScript file, you have to give .js. Okay, here you can write all the JavaScript code. Okay, so right click, format. Okay, so like this you can write all the JavaScript code. Okay, so how to link that particular script here means, open the script tag, give src equal to name of the file. What is our name of the file? It is script.js. Okay, you can link it like this. Src means source. Okay, src means source. So this now also check whether JavaScript part is working or not. See, I'm clicking this button. Let's see alert will come or not. See, alert is working. Why? Because even though it is in the another file, okay, it is in some external file, but we have linked it here with the help of this src. Okay, in the src you can give the file name. Okay, so this is how we will link the JavaScript to the HTML page. So we have seen two different types of linking the JavaScript: internal scripting and also external scripting. So if you create a file, external file like this, then it is known as external scripting. Okay, okay, so this is the basic HTML structure. Okay. Okay, so we have seen what is external scripting also, how to link also. Okay, next let's see what are JavaScript comments. So these concepts like comments and control statements, all these topics will be same inside all the programming languages. Okay, so if you learn one thing perfectly, if you learn here perfectly, you can understand all the languages. You can understand all the languages, you can execute all the languages. Okay, now see what are the comments. Okay, so comments are nothing but just for it doesn't get on the output. Whatever comments you will add, it won't be displayed in the output. Okay, it is just for explanation. For suppose now I am writing some 100 lines of code. Okay, after 10 days I will come back and I will see that particular code. Then what happens? Will I understand that code? I might not remember what the code is. Okay, so for that we can add some explanation notes, explanation comments. With the help of comments you can add some explanatory notes there, which will be helpful for you when you for understanding the code. Okay, so here we have two types of comments: single line comments and multi-line comments. Okay, so I will add one comment. See here, I will come to JavaScript. Okay, so above it I will add one single line comment. Hello, this is script.js. Okay, let's see whether this will come into our output or not. See, okay, we are not getting. Okay, so comments doesn't execute. Okay, comments will not get onto your output. Okay, so it's just for understanding purpose, it's just for clue purpose. So what is this particular code is, if you want to give some explanation notes for it, you can add it like this. Okay, so for this is for single line comment. Okay, for single line comment you can use two slash. Okay, For multi-line comment, you can use /*, okay, like this. Okay, you can use this for multi-line comments. So instead of single line, if you want to add more notes, okay, like this, multi-line. Okay, so multi-line explanations you want to add, then you can add it like this. Okay, so okay, hello, this is something. Okay, okay, // okay, so this is nothing but multi-line comment. Okay, you can add any number of lines. Okay, but here in single line only you can use with double slash, you can write only one line comment, but with the help of /* you can write multiple lines of comment. This also doesn't get executed, it also doesn't come in the output. See, it doesn't coming in the output. On clicking on the button also it is not coming on the output. Okay, because it doesn't get executed, comments won't get executed, it doesn't show on the output. Okay, so it is just for explanation purpose. If you want to add anything, you can add for explanation, future explanation purposes. Okay, so that is comments. Now coming to variables. Okay, so variable is nothing but the containers for storing data. Okay, so for suppose how can I say, means in computer everything will be inside the storage only. Suppose you want to add two numbers. Okay, so I will zoom it. Okay, suppose you want to add two numbers. Okay, I want to add 8 and 7. Okay, so how can you add with the help of by using computer means you will store 8 inside one memory box and you will store 7 inside one memory box, and also you have to give name to each and everything. Whatever you are storing into the memory, you have to give the name, because if you want to access it later, you can access it with the help of name. For suppose we are having different names, right? Like Manish Kumar, Sheikh, and like Kamlesh. Okay, Ayush. Okay, different names are there for identification purpose. I'm having a name, you are having name. Okay, for identification purpose. Similarly, everything which you store into the computer will be stored inside the memory. Okay, everything you want to do will be stored inside the memory. You can think of it as a box. Okay, so memory will be like a boxes. Okay, so in 8 will be stored into one box, and that will be named as like something A. Okay, or num1. Okay, you can give any name, and and 7 will be stored into some box, it will be named as num2, so that later on if you want to access them, suppose I want to create a box name as sum. Okay, so in that I want to add both the numbers and I want to store it here. So for accessing I'm using the names. Okay, so these are nothing but variable names, the name of the memory location. Okay, so variables are used for storing the data. We can say like variables or containers for storing the data, and also we can say like variables or the name of the memory location, the name which we will give to that particular box where we are storing the data. Okay, so like this. Okay, so everything should be inside the memory only. Okay, to communicate with the computer you have to store inside the memory. Okay, this is variables. So variables are the containers for storing the data, and also they are the name of the memory location. So here in JavaScript we have different ways of creating the variables. We can use different keywords. You can use let to create a variable. Okay, you can use cons to create a variable. You can use var, or automatically also you can create. For suppose I will create an addition program here. Okay, what I will do means, here I will write as add button. Okay, so on clicking this add button I want to call one addition function. Okay, so this addition one I will be creating here. Okay, function addition. Okay, okay, or else we will add this later. Okay, I will explain you functions later as well in detail. Okay, okay, so what I will do means I will create a variable a or num1. Okay, so num1 equal to 8 and num2 equal to 9. Okay, so these two numbers I want to add. Okay, okay, so I will take sum equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, so to print anything onto the screen in JavaScript, you have a function known as document.write. Okay, inside document.write I will print sum. Let's see inside sum what will be. So 8 plus 9, it will be 17. Okay, so let's see 17 will be printed on the screen or not. Okay, see. Okay, we got 17 here. right? Okay, so we have stored 8 into one box name as num1. So num1 is a variable name here, num2 is a variable name, sum is a variable name. Okay, okay, understanding, sum is a variable name, so the name which we give to the memory location. Okay, okay, so sum is a variable name. So inside sum, what we got, 8 plus 9 is 7. Okay, so like this, automatically directly you can create the variables like this, but creating like this is not recommended. Instead of this, okay, so what is recommended means you can use either var, let or const to create the variables. Here I will create with the help of var. Okay, so keep var variable name equal to 8. Next, var num2 equal to 9. Okay, so var sum equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, num1 plus num2. Okay, now I will print it onto the screen. So for printing onto the screen, you can use document dot write. Understanding, is everyone there? Am I visible? Am I audible? Is my screen visible? Hello? Understanding what is variable, basic concept. Yes. Understanding what is a variable. To store something, we will use variables. We will create variables, and inside that we will store the values. No response. Are you listening or not? Understood what is a variable? Can I get quick responses, please? Okay, so script you can keep in head or body. Okay, but it is always recommended to keep script in the body at the last. Okay, okay, so after loading whole content, then script will be running. Okay, so after loading whole body content, in the last you can keep script, so that in the last, after loading of whole content, script will be running. Okay, so even if you keep in head also it will work, but always recommended to keep inside the body. Okay. Yes, am I audible? Yes, console.log is used to print in the, okay, audible. Okay, so console.log is used to print on the console. Okay, so document.write will print on the document. Okay, inside this document, this is known as a document. Okay, so if instead of document.write, if I use console.log, okay, okay, so if I use console.log sum, okay, then it will print on the console. So how to open the console means right click, okay, and click on inspect. Okay, so click on inspect. Here you will find a console. Okay, so see here, okay, it got printed on the console. Okay, so if you want to print on the document, then you can use document.write. Okay, so these are different two printing functions. Okay. Hmm. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is so you can use var to create the variables. Okay, and you can also use let also. Okay, you can use let also. Okay, but there is a difference way to use let, way to use var and all. Okay, so if you use let also, the output will be same. So overall, to create variables you can use, okay, we won't use printf here. So printf will be in C language. Okay, so here in JavaScript we have console.log. Okay, semicolons are optional in JavaScript. Semicolons are optional. Okay, you can keep or you can skip. Okay, so with the help of let, var or const keywords, you can create a variable. Okay, yes, I can speak Hindi as well. Okay, so way to use var, way to use let, and way to use const. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have three different keywords to create a variable. Okay, so you can create a variable like this as well. Okay, you can create a variable like this as well, like with the help of let as well you can create the variable. Okay, b equal to 12. Okay, with the help of const also you can create a variable. Then why we have three different keywords? What is the difference between them? Okay, so first, I won't speak Tamil, I don't know. Okay, see what is the difference between let, const and var. uh, okay, okay, so what is the difference means, see, name of the variables can be start with alphabets. Okay, you can start with alphabets. Okay, if I give the variable name like this, okay, like num1, it is a valid variable name. Okay, but you cannot give like this. Okay, one num. Okay, this is invalid variable name. So variable names should start with either alphabets. Okay, it can start with the dollar, you can start with underscore. Okay, so this is a valid variable name. If you give something like this, okay, if you start it with a dollar, it is also a valid variable name. But if you start with a digit, it is invalid variable name. Okay, so here we have some rules, how to declare, how to give the variable names. Okay, so you can start with alphabets. Okay, you can start with letters, digits, underscore, alphabets, and dollar symbol. Okay, so sorry, you cannot start with digits. Okay, so you can start with letter, dollar, and underscore symbol, but inside you can have digits. Okay, so you can write like this: num5 is totally valid. Okay, num5 is totally valid. Okay, between also you can keep numbers, it is totally valid, but in the starting don't keep numbers. Okay, so now see the difference between let, var, and const. Okay, so first of all, let's come to scoping. So var is a what? Var is a function scope, or we can say var is a function scope, or we can say as what? Global scope. Okay, so whatever variable you will create with the help of var will be globally accessible. Scope means accessible. Okay, so what is that, I will tell you. But let and const are block space, block scope. Okay, let's see this difference now. See what is a block means, this curly braces is known as block. Okay, so from 13th line to 15th line, whatever we are writing is known as block, is known as block. Okay, so this is known as block. Okay, so grouping the statements, here we can have multiple statements. Like statement 1, you can write something like console.log hello. Okay, this is one statement, console.log um, by, this is one statement. So grouping of multiple statements into one block is known as um, I will write something. Okay, so grouping three statements into one block. Okay, so from 15 to 20 is known as a block. Okay, so this is a block. So when coming to var, it is having what? Global scope. Okay, it is having a global scope. Okay, when coming to let and const has a block scope. Okay, block scope. So practically, let's see what is block scope and global scope. Okay, so see here I'm creating a variable with the help of let. Okay, so where, so at 8 o'clock, till 8 o'clock it will be. Okay, the session will be. Okay, so I'm creating a variable with the help of var. Okay, so inside, so I have created outside the block, right? Okay, what is global and what is block, I will tell you. See, we have created outside, so this is known as global. Okay, so global means outside. Okay, so totally outside, not inside the block, you are created outside. Okay, so you can call it as a global variable. Okay, you can call it as a global variable because it can be accessible anywhere. Okay, so I have created a variable outside and I'm trying to access it. I will write document dot write. Okay, document.write a. Okay, I'm trying to print a here inside the block. Will it work? I have created a variable a with the help of var keyword outside of the block, but I'm trying to access it inside the block. Will it work or not? Let's see, we got the output. Okay, so because var is a global scope, even though the variable is declared outside, it can be accessed, it can be accessed everywhere. Global means it can be accessed everywhere, from starting of the program to ending of the program, inside the block or inside the function, anywhere you can access. For suppose this particular variable I am declaring inside the block, I have created this particular variable inside the block and I am trying to access it outside the block. Is this valid? So will we get output or will we get any error? Because it is a var, we have created with the help of var is having global scope. So even though you have created it inside, okay, even though you have created this particular variable inside the block, you can access it outside as well. No, there will be no errors. See, we got no errors. Okay, so we can access outside as well. Okay, even though it has created inside the block, we can access outside as well, because var is having global scope, can be accessed globally throughout the program. Okay, anywhere, if you declare it anywhere, you can access it anywhere. This is regarding the var. Now coming to let. Okay, so let and const are having what? Block scope. Okay, so what I will do means I will create a variable with the help of let. Okay, I am creating it with the help of let. Let's see here, I have created let outside. Okay, so outside I have created. Can I be access it inside? So actually I can access. Okay, so the whatever variable we created outside can be accessible inside, even if I use let also. If I create outside, then inside also I can access, outside also I can access. See here. Okay, so we got 10. Okay, even if I access outside also, it will become, because it will be accessible. Okay, because I have created outside, so I can. No, you cannot use var. I will tell you, var has some drawbacks. Okay, so if you create a variable outside, you can access it inside and also outside, even though you are using let. But here if you see, I have created a let variable inside the block. Okay, so if I create inside the block, then it will be accessible from inside the block only 16 to 23 lines only a will be accessed. If you once come out of the block, a cannot be accessed, because let is having block scope. When coming to var, if you declare inside the block also, you can access outside, if you have seen. Okay, so if I declare inside also, it will be accessible outside, because var was having global scope. But when coming to let is having a block scope. If you declare inside the block, you cannot access outside. So I am accessing inside only, we will get the output successfully. But if I try to access it outside, see. Okay, so I'm trying it to access outside. Actually we cannot access from 16 to 22 line only, it will be accessible. Once you come out of the block, it doesn't recognize. See. Okay, I'm not getting the output. Go to console, you will find some error. So all errors we can see inside the console. See, we got a is not defined. Okay, because let is having what? Block scope. So only in this block you can access. Okay, outside the block you cannot access. Okay, same with const as well. Okay, so if I give const also, you will get the same output. Okay, so a is not defined. But if you use let, you will get accessible, because var is having what? Global scope. Even if you declare inside, you can access it anywhere throughout the program, you can access. See, if you use var, we are getting the output. Okay, but we are having some disadvantages with the var. What is that means? See, we will come to another next difference between var, let and const. Okay, so var variables we can redeclare. Okay, var variables can be redeclared. Okay, let and const variables cannot be redeclared. Okay, what does it means? So first of all, let's see the difference between why use brackets. We have to use brackets only, not square brackets. We have to use brackets only for block. Okay, so it is inbuilt syntax which we have. Not only in javascript, in all the languages we will use flower brackets only. Okay. Hmm. Now, so before telling you this, I want to tell you the difference between declaration of a variable and initialization of a variable. Okay, initialization of a variable. What do you mean by this? Means, see, let a equal to 10. Okay, what does it means? Means initialization and declaration in one line. Okay, so I have declaring a variable and also I am initializing a variable. Okay, so what is this means? Initialization in one line. Okay, so what is initialization means, I will tell you. Okay, so just if you are saying that, yes, array. Okay, so square brackets we will use for the declaration of the array. So suppose in my program I want the variables like num1. Okay, I want this variable. Okay, if I give just a variable name, I'm not giving any value. Okay, I'm not assigning any value to it, then it is known as what? Declaration. Declaring of a variable. In my program, I want this a variable with this particular name. You're declaring. Okay, this is known as declaration. If you give something like inside num1 box, inside that num1 variable box, I want the value as 67. Okay, we are assigning some value into that box. This is known as what? Initialization, or assigning a value. Okay, or you can say as assigning. Okay, this is the difference between declaration and initialization. Okay, if I write something like this, num1 equal to 67 in one line, what does it means? Declaration and initialization I'm doing in one line. Okay, so simple way, if you give some name, if you are telling that I need this variable, I need a variable with this particular name, then it is a declaration. If you are assigning some value inside that, then it is a initialization. Okay, so now coming to our point. Okay, so what I said here, var can be redeclared. Okay, let and const cannot be redeclared. Okay, see here I am saying redeclared. Okay, not reinitialization, I am saying redeclared. Okay, let's see what do you mean by that. Means suppose here I am creating one variable var a equal to 10. Okay, so I will tell the disadvantages of var now. Okay, so later on, okay, I'm having some 100 and 1000 lines of code. Okay, so I have created a var a equal to 10 at 20 line. I have created a variable a. After 100 or 100 or 200 lines of code, I want to create a variable for another purpose, for storing my marks, for suppose. Okay, for storing marks, I want to create another variable. For suppose I don't know that I have already used a variable. Okay, okay, I don't know that I have already created a variable named a. Okay, so here I want to store my marks. I got 80 marks first, let's say. Okay, I have stored 80 marks into a variable name as a only. Okay, okay, I'm storing a only. So if you see here, here also I have used a variable name a, and later on after 200 lines also, unknowingly I'm using the variable a only. Then what it happens means, see, previously inside a box the name was a, and inside that value was 10. Now that value will be get updated to 80. Okay, so assume a box, inside that previously it was 10, as we are pointing to the same variable, as I am creating the same a variable, so in that variable it will be 80 now. Okay, so actually this particular variable I have created for another purpose, for storing another thing like my marks. Okay, so I have created this to store marks. This I have created for another purpose, but later on after 200 lines of code, I don't know that, I didn't remember that I have already used a variable name a. Again I am using the same variable name. Okay, so but also var is not telling me any like any warning or something. Okay, so it is just replacing that particular box 10 value with the 80 value. See, I'm printing it. Okay, I'm printing a onto the screen. It will be like 80. See, it got 80. Okay, 10 got deleted from that a box and 80 got added. Actually this I want to store for I want to create for storing something else. This I want to store it from for something else, but previous value got deleted, right? Okay, previous value got deleted just because I didn't remember that a name is already used. Okay, so understanding here, data is getting lost, previous data got lost. Okay, so var is not giving any warnings like you have already used this particular variable name, please use another variable name. It is not telling anything. So redeclaration is possible. Okay, okay, redeclaration is possible. We are using same variable name again and again, but it is accepting, which is which drawback is, we are losing the previous data. But when coming to let, okay, so let will give some warning. Okay, for suppose I am using let a equal to 10. Okay, so later on after some 100 or 200 lines of code, I want to store something else. Okay, and I didn't remember that I have already used a variable. Okay, so again I'm using a variable. Okay, so I don't know that I have already used a variable. See here, it is displaying some error. Why it will lose previous data means, wait, see, I'm giving var a equal to 10. Okay, so this might be some, you can think it as a roll number. Okay, to store roll number I have created a box and name it as a. Okay, then after 10 100 or 100 or 200 lines of code, what happened means I want to store my marks. Okay, for storing my marks, also I'm taking, for suppose, a variable only. I'm giving the same variable name a only. Okay, I'm giving the same variable name and I am storing marks. Okay, so my marks are 80. Okay, so for storing marks also I'm using same variable name a. Okay, so if I actually this is different storage. Okay, I want to store marks. This is different. Okay, so instead of using a, I have to use another variable actually, but I didn't remember that a is already been used. That's why I have again used the same variable name. Then what happened means, previously inside that particular box a, 10 was stored. Okay, so 10, right? 10 was stored. Now 10 will got deleted and instead of 10, 80 will get stored. Okay, so understood, right? Previous like roll number, I lose the roll number actually. If you try to print this, what it will give, I 10 or it will give 10 or 80. It will give 80 only. Previous data, you can't get the previous data. You will lose the roll number. Okay, so because var is not giving you any warning that a variable is already used, please use another variable name like b or c. Is it saying any warning? It is not saying. Okay, so unknowingly you have given the same variable name, you have lose the previous data. Okay, so instead of this you can use the let. Okay, so let what will do means, see, I'm storing here marks. Okay, so let is giving you some more warning. See, cannot redeclare a again. Okay, so a variable is already declared, please don't redeclare. So that is the difference. So var can be redeclared, but let and const cannot be redeclared. Okay, okay, let and const cannot be redeclared. Okay, so if I, okay, I will repeat again. Okay, if I try to print this, okay, if I try to print this onto the screen, okay, see, it is telling a has already been declared. So if I unknowingly give a again, then also we will get yeah, then also we will, it will display some warning. Okay, it is not allowing to redeclare, okay, the same variable name. So data loss will not be there in case of let. Okay, so yes, so what is here means, yes, it will print 10. hmm. Okay, so var. Okay, so if you use var variables can be redeclared, means you can redeclare the same variable. Okay, so so just a minute. Okay, so इधर मैं एक वेरिएबल क्रिएट करी a, so I want to store roll number. So roll number store करने के लिए I have created a variable named a. So inside that I have stored my roll number as 10. Okay, so later 200 or 300 lines लिखने के बाद, okay, so after writing 200 and 300 lines लिखने के बाद मैं I want to store, okay, मैं marks store करना चाह रही हूँ. Okay, my marks are 80. Okay, but मेरे को याद नहीं है कि already I have used a variable. Okay, मेरे को याद नहीं है कि already मैं a variable name ले चुकी हूँ. Okay, then क्या होगा, वो पर्टिकुलर बॉक्स में प्रीवियसली 10 वैल्यू था, नाउ वो पर्टिकुलर ए बॉक्स में 80 विल गेट स्टोर्ड. सो ये रोल नंबर एक्सेस नहीं कर पाएंगे. ओके, सो इन दैट पर्टिकुलर बॉक्स इट विल बी 80. ओके, सो सेम वेरिएबल नेम फिर से यूज करने से क्या होगा, प्रीवियस वैल्यू डिलीट हो जाता, 10 विल गेट डिलीटेड. ओके, एंड 10 and 80 will be get stored. Okay, if you print it, okay, if you print it here, okay, if you print it here a, okay, it will be 80 only. Okay, so 10 को access नहीं कर सकते. Okay, so my roll number data got lost. Okay, with the help of var, if unknowingly after writing 10 100 or 200 lines, if we अगर फिर से same variable name create करे तो B, it is accepting. Okay, it is not displaying any error. Okay, so redeclaration is allowed in var, but in let and const redeclaration is not allowed. So it's always better to use let and const. Okay, okay, it is always good to use let and const, because let will give warnings to you. Okay, so let will be giving warnings to you. Then when to use const means, suppose you want to give some constant value. Okay, like pi value. Okay, pi will have some constant like 3.47 something, right? Okay, so for that you can use constant value which cannot be changed. Okay, later on time you want to give some 399 to it, it will throw some error. Okay, see here, now we will get some error. See, assignment to constant variable. Okay, so constant variable means value will be constant. So throughout the program the value will be 3.47 only. You cannot change that particular value. So inside pie box I want to give another value means you cannot give the value. Okay, see here, this is reinitialization. What is this? Reinitialization. Okay, because I am not using let or const here. Okay, this is reinitialization. So in that particular box I am assigning another value. Okay, so if you give let const or var, then it meaning what? It is redeclaration. Again you are declaring a variable. Okay, so creating a variable. Here it is reinitialization. In that box only you want to change the value. This is not possible because it is a constant variable. So throughout the program the value will be 3.47 only. Okay, you cannot change that particular value. Okay, okay, so whenever you want a value, that should be constant throughout the program. Okay, so no one should change that value, then go for const. Okay, if you want that particular value might be changing in the later on time, if you want to change the value of that particular variable, then go for let, but don't use var. Okay, so var is outdated. In ES6 let and const got introduced, so use these two only. If you want a constant value, go for const. Okay, throughout the program the value will be constant. If you want let, so let value can be changed. Okay, so let a equal to 10. Okay, so then you can change that value. Okay, later on time you can give another value to it. Okay, so reinitialization you can do. Okay, so no errors, you can print it. Okay, console.log or document.write. Okay, you can print it, then the value will be 898. See, okay, this is reinitialization. Okay, okay. Hmm. Hmm. So, hmm. So I have explained in Hindi also. Okay, this let and var and const difference. Okay. Okay, so this so scoping we have understood, and also redeclaration is also understood. Okay, so hosting is another thing. Okay, so what so hosting is another difference. Okay, so we will see that and we will go further. Okay, what is hosting means? See, hosting of variables. Okay, what is this concept? This is another difference. So I am telling three main differences of var, let and const. So in the interviews it will be very important. So these 3 points. Okay, so hosting of variables. What is hosting of variables means? Moving the declarations to the top. Moving the declarations to the top is known as hosting. What does it means? For suppose I'm writing something like this. Let I will take var a equal to 40. Okay, okay, var a equal to 40. After declaring I'm trying to print it. Okay, so document.write. Okay, document.write a. Okay, so what will be the output? 40, right? So we got 40 onto the screen. First suppose I'm printing up. Okay, so I'm trying to access it, I'm trying to print it before the declaration. Here it is a declaration, right? Here it is a declaration. So before declaring only I am trying to print. Will I get the output or not? Any guesses? Anyone can guess? I am trying to access it before the declaration. Okay, so before giving the value I am trying to access. Will I get the output? So what I do means I will do one thing. Okay, so I will give the declaration here and I will give the assignment here. Okay. Okay. Now tell me. So I kept the declaration down. Okay. Hmm. I kept the declaration down. Okay, so assign the value here and I am printing here. So will I get the output? No. Okay, see here, still I'm getting 40 here. Okay, why? Because in case of var, hosting will be happen. Okay, in case of var variables will be hosted meaning what? It will move the declarations to the top. Means even though if I write the declaration down, then also it will print 40. There won't be any errors because I'm using var. So in var, hosting of variables will be done. What is hosting means? Declarations will be automatically moved up. Okay, automatically moved to top line. Okay, okay, automatically move to top line. Even though you are keeping the declaration down, automatically the declarations will be moved to the top line. Okay, so internally, okay, internally the declaration line will be moved to up. Okay, so that's why we are getting the output, we are not getting any error, because in case of where hosting of variables will be done, means all declarations will be internally moved to the top, even though you are writing the declarations down. Okay, that's why no error. But let's see with let. Okay, so in case of let, actually in case of let also hosting will be happen. Okay, so the declaration will be moved up, but we cannot access it. Okay, see in case of let what will be happen. See, in case of let we got some error, right? See, in case of let we got error, so cannot access a before initialization. Okay, so before declaring, you cannot use this. Okay, so even in let also hosting, actually in let also hosting will be occurred. Okay, so the declaration will be moved up, but you cannot use them. Okay, you cannot use them until and unless this line occurred. Okay, so till 27th line you cannot print it. Below that you can print it, but till 27th line, okay, you cannot print it. Okay, you cannot access it, it will be in dead zone. You can say as it will be in dead zone. Okay, so in let also declarations will be moved top, but you cannot access them because they will be in a dead state. Okay, but when case of where, there will be no errors. Okay, there will be no errors. You can access, so declarations can be down and you can even though access. Okay, but it is always recommended to use let, because let is having more extra, what we say, extra things. Okay, let is having extra security things. Okay, so always remember to declare the variable stop only, so that you don't have such errors. So always declare it, after that only try to access them. Okay, because in case of let hosting, in case of let you will get some error like this. Okay, cannot access a before initialization. Okay, so in case, so you have to remember this point. Okay, so in var case, okay, declarations will be moved top. Okay, but in let case, okay, in let and const also internally declarations will be moved to top. Internally the declarations will be moved top, but you cannot access. Okay, you cannot access a variable until you reach this particular line. Okay, so till 27th you cannot access a, it will be in a dead zone. Even though the declaration move up, it will be a dead zone. Okay, so it will be there, but it will be in a died state, you can say. Okay, it will be in a state. Okay, yes, it will execute line by line. Okay, so in let and const hosting also occurs, but it will be in a temporal dead zone. Okay, done. Now, so this is the difference between let, var and const. Okay, now let's see the data types. Okay, let's see the data types, and the more things I will discuss tomorrow. Okay, data types. Okay, what is a data type means simple. Okay, actually we have two types of data types. One is primitive data type and the another is non-primitive data type. Okay, so what do you mean by primitive data type means? So we have different primitive data types like string, number, boolean, undefined, null, big int. Okay, so what is this means? Suppose I am taking a variable, I am writing 10. Okay, I'm assigning 10, then this is what number data variable. Okay, this is number data variable. If I create, if I want to store my name. Okay, okay, always alphabet should be in double quotes or single quotes. Okay, this is known as what? String data type. Okay, string data type, this all comes under primitive data types. Okay, so primitive data types, number data type, string data type. If you want to find any condition, like whether that condition is true or whether that condition is false, for that you can use what, like I want to see the state is on or off. Okay, true or false. Okay, you can use true or false. Okay, no, php, we won't use php. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so if you give true or false value, then it is a boolean. Okay, so you can give true or false value for conditional checking, whether the condition is true, whether the condition is false. Okay, so this is a boolean value. Okay, so like this we have different types of data types. Data type is nothing but, okay, data type is nothing but Yes, you can use single quote or double quote. Okay, so data type is nothing but type of the data which you are storing inside the variable. If you are using integer data type, it will be a number data type. If you are storing some alphabet combination, then it is a string data type. If you are storing true or false values, then it will be a boolean data type. Okay, so if you are not storing anything, okay, if I am directly writing as num1, okay, then inside num1 what will be there? Inside num1 it will be a undefined value. If you are not giving any value, if you are trying to print it, okay, so document dot write num1, then it will print as, okay, then it will print as undefined. Okay, it will print as undefined. Okay, why? Because inside it there is no value. Okay, undefined also comes under primitive data type. Okay, you can also give null for empty values. You can also give null if you have big integer. Okay, so this many digits are there. Okay, this much long integer is there, then go for big int. Okay, then go for big int. Okay, so like this. Okay, like this you can create big integer. Okay, okay, these are different primitive data types, and we have non-primitive data types which we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, non-primitive data types and control statements, looping statements, functions. Okay, inside functions we have arrow functions and all. Okay, this we will continue with tomorrow. Okay, so from non-primitive data types we will continue. Okay, is that clear? Any doubts? Yes, this notes will be added. Yes, this notes will be added, no worries. Okay, I will share it and it will be added to the description. Okay. Okay, then that's it. So any doubts? Shall we? Okay, clear. Okay, then we can end. So please join tomorrow as well for learning the more advanced concepts. Yeah, in the description it will be added, so please wait 10 minutes after this session, it will be added. Okay, advanced ethical hacking, no, it is not our bootcamp part. Okay, we will be learning only JavaScript. Okay, then thank you everyone. Bye bye all, see you.
AI isn't coming. It's here. And if you're not building with it, you're already behind. Whether you're just starting out or job hunting, the reality is clear. Companies are hiring Gen AI engineers right now, and they're paying 20 to 30% more. Gen AI is booming from $44 billion in 2023 to a projected $667 billion by 2030. Job listings asking for Gen AI skills tripled in the past year alone. This isn't just a trend, it's a transformation. That's where the Applied AI Engineering program by ITM Skills University and LetsUpgrade comes in. You get a guaranteed 6-month paid internship with a minimum stipend of 10,000 rupees per month. With our partnership with over 700 top companies, access to 200 plus premium AI models worth $300 across text, image, speech, video, and more. You'll build a job-ready Gen AI portfolio with 5 real-world projects. Train hands-on with the tools used at OpenAI, Meta, and Google. In just months, you go from learner to Gen AI engineer. Not just earning, but leading. AI is transforming every industry. Don't just watch it happen. Be the part of it. Apply now